Hey, what's up guys? It's Dave Calderon over at Nutrisport again. We're continuing on with our series on weight loss. Today we're going to talk about exercise. Basically we're going to talk about over-exercising and why that's a problem. We want to create, remember, a caloric deficit. We want to take in less calories than we're burning. That's the goal. How do we do that? And more importantly, how do we sustain it? More difficult, obviously. So exercising or over-exercising, you know, the classic female that maybe is prepping for a show and she's doing 2.5 hours of cardio. What's happening? Well, most of these people are not fat adapted people. You know, they're not keto adapted, so they're not really dependent on fat as their primary fuel source. They're dependent on glucose. So when we do tons of exercise, we have heavy glucose demands, and typically we're not drinking carbohydrate during our workout. So how are we going to make that glucose? Well, we're going to start to burn muscle tissue, because muscle has, remember, a lot of these special, grab them right now, they're right beside me, these special amino acids muscle contains, BCAAs. So the body will break down muscle for those BCAAs to make the glucose that the body needs, and we're probably going to burn a lot of muscle because, again, to fuel 2.5 hours of cardio, that takes a lot of energy and a lot of glucose. So what's happening when we're burning muscle tissue? Ultimately, we are lowering metabolic capacity, slowing our ability to burn calories. So that burn more concept of that caloric deficit equation, we're not really addressing. We're going to be burning less when we burn muscle tissue to support 2.5 hours of cardio. So that's one negative result of over-exercising or doing too much cardio, for instance. Another thing that happens, it's hormonal. There's a hormone called leptin, and it regulates energy balance in the body, and it's also a hunger hormone. So when the body has a lot of calories that it must reserve for 2.5 hours of cardio, the body is sensing a lot of energy leaving in order to fuel this needless, useless activity, and the body basically has leptin decline. So when leptin starts to decline, because we have an energy problem, tons of energy leaving to fuel all this cardio, you're going to start to get hungry. Your body wants you to get hungry because your body desperately wants you to put back all those calories that you're going to need to fuel all that cardio. Or it wants you to put all those calories back after you spent all those calories to fuel all that cardio. And you know, the negative is that we're burning all these calories to fuel this needless activity with muscle tissue. We're not even using body fat. So we're losing muscle, we are burning less calories, we are having tons of calories that need to be reserved for all this cardio, and that stimulates leptin to decline, or that tells leptin to dump, and that basically spikes our hunger. So that eat less, burn more equation, are we kind of addressing it? I don't think so, because we're getting hungrier, so we're going to ultimately eat more, so more calories are going to be coming in than normal, and we are burning muscle tissue in order to, again, supply the necessary glucose that this person needs for that 2.5 hours of cardio, and that ultimately leads to, well, not burning as many calories as you once were able to. So, again, over-exercising, it's a big problem. We want to do something that is sustainable, and again, I don't think anything that you know, causes us ultimately to eat more and burn less is something that's going to sustain create a caloric deficit. So any questions, guys, let me know. We're going to do another video on over-exercising because there's more points I want to make, but that's enough for today. Any questions, let me know. Follow us, on our social media sites at Go Nutrisport, and thanks for listening. I appreciate you guys.